Hello everyone, and welcome to East-West Healing Space. And I am going to be doing an I Ching reading today. I usually do them Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, but yesterday was derailed for a bunch of personal reasons. So I'm going to step in here today, Tuesday, and do the reading for today. So my question as usual is, what do I need to know today? What would be most helpful today for me and for anyone who is watching this? Okie dee. We have a head, a tail, and a tail. So a head is 3, a tail is 2, so 4 and 3 are 7, and the 7 is, I have to open my pen, sorry. 7 is a solid line. And what is it that I need to know for today and the rest of anyone who is watching this needs to know today, the 21st of January? Tail, head, head. 2 heads and a tail. I don't know if you can see that. The light is weird, but head, head, tail. That's 8, and even lines are broken. The 8 is a broken line, but it is not a changing line, so we don't put an X in there. Excuse me. Head, head, head. Wow, 9. Sorry about that. 9 is a solid line, but it's a changing line. What do we need to know today, January 21st? What is the message for today? Tail, tail, tail. I see. And even an equal opportunity I Ching. That's 6. And again, it's an even number. So it's a broken line, but 6 is also a changing line. Two more. What do we need to know today, January 21st, 2025? What's the message? Tail, head, tail. I don't know if you can see that this is the head, the other 2 are tails. So another 7. Odd lines are solid. What do we need to know for our highest good today? Head, tail, tail, and another 7. Okay, so the bottom trigram is this, trigram meaning 3 lines, and the top trigram is this. So we open our trusty I Ching in the back. Whoops. And the bottom trigram is 2 broken lines down below with a solid line up above, which is Ken. And the top trigram is 2 solid lines on the top and a broken line on the bottom, Sun. So you go over from Ken to Sun and you come up with, is that, yeah, 53, not 58. My eyesight isn't what it once was. So this is 53. And it changes. So we have solid, broken. Those 2 lines don't change. And then the top line, which is solid, turns into a broken line. And then the top, this becomes solid, so we have 3 solids on the top. All right. A solid on and 2 broken, excuse me. I don't know what's going on. Who entered my throat? Chin and chin on top. 3 solid lines on top. A solid line with 2 broken lines, that's 25. So it changes into 25. Now, instead of me reading everything from these 2 hexagrams, I'm just going to read the judgment and the image. And then I'll give you my take on it, my reading. Oh, good, I'm almost there. 53, Chin, development, gradual progress. It's interesting, I've been getting this a lot recently, both in oracle cards and in the I Ching. Oh, fun. Okay, so the judgment. The maiden is given in marriage, good fortune, perseverance furthers, as it always does. And the image, on the mountain, a tree. Do I have that? Yeah, it's here. On the mountain, a tree. The image of development. Thus, the superior man abides in dignity and virtue in order to improve the mores. Okay. Okay, so development. Basically, the maiden given in marriage is one form of development. That's the judgment. And the image is the tree. So what this is pointing to is 2 things. The image of the tree on the mountain is an image that evokes the idea that things take time, progress takes time, and that one stands firm like a tree rooted on a mountain. And by standing firm, you lead by example. And it's not just that you lead by example, but it's by standing firm in what you know to be true in morals. This book always has an idea of morals and ethics in it. But it's being rooted in firmly in dignity and virtue, it says, but it's also that one can see a tree on the top of a mountain from a long distance away. So that is the idea of leading by example. People who are outside of your sphere of immediate friends can see you as somebody who is firmly rooted in your own principles, rooted in who you are. That is one meaning of this hexagram. And in terms of relationships, because the first part, the judgment, the maiden is given in marriage, good fortune, perseverance furthers, as it always does. Basically, this idea is the idea that if this reading has anything to do with relationships for you personally, it means that things are in the right order, that it is positive, it's a positive sign, and that the relationship is correct. Okay? And that things don't stand still. The idea of development, which is this hexagram, means that things don't stand still. So what is true today, gradually, over time, will change. Okay? Gradual progress, development and gradual progress. And things cannot stand still forever. So, in terms of relationship, it may take time to develop to the right place, but it will develop to the right place gradually over time. Now, we have a couple of lines here that are changing lines. So the third line is a changing line. And so I will read that. 9 in the third place. 9 in the third place means the wild goose gradually draws near the plateau. The man goes forth and does not return. The woman carries a child but does not bring it forth. Misfortune. It furthers one to fight off robbers. How interesting. How interesting. Okay, I don't think I've ever gotten this line before. So I will read a little bit of what it says here. The high plateau is dry and unsuitable for the wild goose. If it goes there, it has lost its way and gone too far. That's against the laws of development, okay? So it is the same in human life. If we do not let things develop quietly, but plunge of our own choice too rashly into a struggle, misfortune results. Okay, yes, yes. And it goes along with the whole idea of gradual development, which is the whole idea of this hexagram. But this line is warning us, don't go too fast. Whatever you think you might want, it's going to take time, and that's okay. It's okay. That is the natural order of things. And then we have 6 in the fourth place. Here we go. 6 in the fourth place, right here. A tree is not a suitable place for a wild goose. I don't know where this wild goose is coming from. But if it is clever, it will find a flat branch on which it can get a footing. A man's life, too, in the course of its development, often brings him into inappropriate situations. I'll put this down a little further. In which he finds it difficult to hold his own without danger. Then it is important to be sensible and yielding. This enables him to discover a safe place in which life can go on, although he may be surrounded by danger. Okay, again, this goes along with everything else in this hexagram, and that would be the idea that if you proceed cautiously and give things time to develop, then you will not find yourself in the wrong place at the wrong time. But if you rush in to things, you're going to wind up where you don't want to be, okay? So it is important to curb your enthusiasm and to be able to wait for gradual improvements, and it's important to understand that it is suggesting, this whole reading is suggesting moderation. And if you continue on your course without considering that things take time to develop, and if you charge forward, you will be like that goose that winds up in a field that is not good for them. So it can be dangerous. It can be dangerous to do that. So be aware that moderation is the key to success. That is pretty much what this trigram is about. I don't mean trigram, I mean hexagram. Sorry. Now, the next part is 25. It changes into 25. And I've been doing this book, I've been using this book for decades, but I do not fill my brain with memorizing what each hexagram is. I know people who go, oh, 25, that would be, and they'll tell you what that hexagram is. I don't keep stuff like that in my brain, okay? 25. This is lovely. Innocence, the unexpected. Lovely. And the creative is above, and the arousing is below, okay? So that is, heaven is above, and movement is below, okay? That's this trigram. I keep saying trigram when I mean hexagram. I don't know what's going on with my brain today. So the judgment, innocence, supreme success, perseverance furthers. If someone is not as he should be, he has misfortune, and it doesn't further him to undertake anything. And then the image is under heaven thunder rolls. All things attain the natural state of innocence. Thus the kings of old, rich in virtue and in harmony with the time, fostered and nourished all beings. And in Chinese thinking, the kings of old and the times of old were when everything was good, and present times everything was in danger. This goes through everything that they think about, including the medicine. It comes up over and over again. So, what does this hexagram point to? Okay, so the second trigram, 25, is innocence, the unexpected. And what that really means is that if, especially when combined with the first one, if you are firm in your morals and ethics and are true to your nature, then you have strength. We are all innocent, okay? I'm innocent, you're innocent, we're all innocent. But the danger that comes, the unexpected, remember the unexpected here, The unexpected is the danger that comes from without. So there can be danger on the outside, but if you are true to your own nature, and the nature in this sense means that you align your spirit with all that is good, all that is right, all that is for the higher good of not only yourself, but everyone else around you, your family, your friends, your community. And so the innocence here is a beautiful thing, but it says here, if someone is not as he should be, he has misfortune. So that would be someone coming from the outside who would bring misfortune. Because if you are aligned with your true innocent nature, which we all have, then someone who is not as he should be or she should be is coming from the outside. And that's where misfortune can arise from. But if you stand like that tree on the mountain and you're firm in your innocent nature and you proceed gradually with purpose and firmness, then there'll be success. And that to me is what these two hexagrams together actually mean. And that's what they're telling us. To stay strong, be true to your innocent self, recognize that you're innocent because you are, and understand that it does take time and things develop gradually. But you have to remember who you are and what you're all about and your own true nature and your own innocent nature, and be firm in that. And understand, in the second hexagram, this is thunder and this is heaven. And so when this represents in the springtime, when thunder happens and rain happens, and then everything on earth grows because of that, and we're coming up on springtime now, it's ahead of us. And when we are in accord with that, then all things happen in their proper time. I hope this makes sense. I hope you enjoyed this. Please do leave a comment. Do like the video if you liked it. And if you feel so moved, I would love to have you subscribe to my channel. So thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.